Hi there, with me today, Tobin Gorey, our Agricultural Economist. Tobin, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me along, Tony.
Let's talk about agri-commodity prices. Have they returned to pre-Russian invasion levels?
Yeah, they have, for a few reasons. They're probably off about 15% over the whole sector. Part of it is because the worst fears about what might happen to Russian and Ukrainian exports weren't realised. But a couple of other things come along too, particularly central banks leaning into inflation to reduce the attractiveness of all commodities. And on top of that, the US dollar's gone up a long way as well, so that's way. But despite that 15% fall, they're still a long way above where they were 2 years ago.
So why are they so high still?
Principally because we've had tightening supply is the answer, which is always the answer. But there are two parts to that. One is that we've had run crops here and there, so we've seen things like La Nina is mostly a boon for Australian agriculture because we get more rain. But in places like North America and South America, it upsets their weather patterns there. So they've had crops that not disasters, but sort of subpar, well subpar. And on top of that, we think that demand is just catching up to where capacity is. So, that rising global middle class wanting to eat more and better food, the demand is just there pushing it up. So, those two things together have run down supply and meant that prices have risen over the last 2 years.
And Tobin, looking ahead, where to from here?
We suspect up eventually. It's sort of a sooner or later story. What we see now is, prices are high, but we don't think they're yet high enough to pay for that expansion that's required.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, Tony.